Hey guys, your chief visionary Natasha Davis with Impact Branding, and this is your 5 simple steps topic breakdown series here, and we're breaking down step number 1. And so the focus for this month, we're talking about basic business pricing. If you haven't seen the 5 simple steps series, the initial one, you probably should watch that first, because then you'll know which 5 steps we're breaking down. All right, so this is 5 simple step topic breakdown step 1. So remember, we talked about, in order to have profitable pricing with your business, you have to understand, how much does it cost to operate my business? How much does it cost to run my company each and every single month? So when we start thinking about that, you want to remember and keep into perspective that running the business will cost you every single day of the month, whether you have clients or not, right? So whether you have clients or not, the business is going to cost you. So what I want you to think about is, when you're building your pricing and things of that nature, do you really understand how much it's costing you to run the business every single day? Not just when you have work or you are doing billable hours. So for example, remember, the business will cost you every single day of the month, but you may only have 20 days of billable work, because maybe you don't work on the weekends. You might work 5 days a week, right? So when you think about that, you want to remember there are a couple things that go into play when you're building billing for your business. You got to pay yourself. You got to pay your team, whether you have a W-2 team or a 1099 team. You have to pay the business, right? And remember, I said it doesn't matter whether you have paying clients or not, or you're doing billable work. The business is costing you every single day of the month. The other thing you have to remember, right, is that you have to pay your taxes. You have a business, and if you are a legally formed entity, you have to pay taxes. And so you want to prepare for it, because you have to pay taxes. So one of the things I usually recommend with my clients, and again, please know I am not an accountant at all, so you should obviously consult with your CPA, but keep in mind that you have to pay taxes. So you want to save at least a minimum of 7% of the revenue that you bring in each month, and tuck it away for taxes, because you will have to pay taxes at some point. And one thing I don't like is the surprise tax bill. You know, you get to your accountant, it's the end of the year, you got your tax bill, and you're like, oh my God, where am I supposed to get all this money to pay Uncle Sam, because he wants his money, right? So if you just plan ahead, and you know that you're going to have to pay taxes on, at some point, you have self-employment tax, if as a self-employed person, but you also have tax business, income tax. You have to pay for the taxes on the business. Again, consult with your CPA on these types of things. So we talked about pay yourself, pay your team, whether it's a W-2 or a 1099 team, pay the taxes. Here's what you also have to pay. You got to pay the profit account. Profit account. If you don't plan for profits, as I had mentioned earlier, you're not going to have it. So you have to pay the profit account, and I recommend that you put at least a minimum of 10% aside for your profits. All right, there you have it. So when you're talking about understanding how much it costs to run your business, I want you to think of these things. How much does it cost to pay myself? How much is it costing me to pay my team? How much is it costing me to pay the business? How much is it costing me to pay the taxes? And how much is it costing me to pay the profit account? And so you can have an idea of how much that costs. So you calculate all this stuff that goes into building the expenses for the business. And if you know that, then you'll be able to understand, it costs me $5,000 to run my company a month, or it costs me $10,000 to run my company a month. All right. So it's your chief visionary, Natasha Davis. That's Rusty joining in. And as you know, he likes to be heard. Sometimes he doesn't like to be seen, but he does like to be heard. He has an opinion as well. All right, guys, your chief visionary, Natasha Davis with Impact Branding. Continue to subscribe to our Impact Branding videos page here on YouTube, so you can stay connected. Next week, Wednesday, I'm going to go ahead and share the topic breakdown for step 2. I'll see you then.